Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It has been a while, but I am here to tell you that I finally closed the loop. I did mention it on a live that I did with Anthony Venture, coincidentally, yesterday. So we are going to get right into it about me closing the loop, doing my final redemption. I referred to it in my community post as far as my 8 cent per point redemption to get myself and the player 2 back home from Europe when we go on our next big trip. So I will let my co-star work her magic and then we'll get right into it.
Welcome back to my dad's channel. If you're new here, make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to share.
So here's the thing, I've put out videos about airline hubs, airline alliances, specific legacy hubs, and valuing your points and knowing what moves to make and what moves not to make depending on your specific situation. So in addition to showing you my last redemption, I'm actually going to show you a comprehensive picture of the entire trip. And now, speaking of the entire trip and how I did it, if you want to know how to do these redemptions for aspirational travel like I do, I also introduced my new tier level for the membership on my page, and that is $4.99 a month, and I can help you book your next aspirational trip. I have a lot of secrets. I know a lot of workarounds that helps me get these aspirational bookings, and we can employ them and help you go somewhere that you want to go for very little money out of pocket. So without further ado, let's get into the actual booking. So now what I ended up getting was a Lufthansa business class flight for me and the player 2 leaving from Rome, Italy. We're going to be able to stop in Frankfurt, Germany. And because it's a super long layover, 19-hour layover, that actually works out well for us to extend our vacation. That way we hit 2 countries at once. So we're going to, have a day to look around Frankfurt, Germany, because she's heard some things about Germany. And then we can, decide if we want to come back. So we are really looking forward to that because the next day then we fly out from Frankfurt to come back to Detroit. And that is how we're re-entering the US, because since we're going to have to do a position flight to go anyway, it's no problem really doing a positioning flight to come back. And luckily we're coming back to a SkyTeam hub, although we're flying a Star Alliance carrier. And from that hub getting home should not be an issue. So here are the numbers. The cash price for both of these tickets, according to Google Flights, when I checked, is $9,711 for both tickets. Now, I found a redemption on Air Canada Aeroplan for 140,000 Aeroplan points plus $305.92 in taxes and fees. The number is actually different because you end up paying Canadian dollars, but that is the US dollar equivalent to the taxes and fees that I paid. But as always, because I don't like to leave money on the table, give me that. There is a sweetener. What I did was I took advantage of a 20% transfer bonus that Chase was running to Air Canada Aeroplan. So instead of having to transfer over 140,000 Chase points, I only had to transfer 116,667 per se in order to get the 140,000 equivalent. So that saved me 20% of the points on the back end, plus it was only $305 out of pocket. So I literally spent $305 out of pocket for 2 people for tickets that otherwise would have been over $9,700. Now that redemption value, according to how I do my redemptions, actually comes out to right about 8 cents per point. Now, mind you, it could have come out less, it could have come out more, but this was actually one of the best flights because I just wanted to try out the Lufthansa product. Now, I'll be flying transatlantic in the 787 Dreamliner, their newest business class product, and I'm really looking forward to seeing, what the hype is about, because Lufthansa is a very respected airline company. Now, I know I'm normally a SkyTeam loyalist, but when you're doing international travel, you got to mix it up a little bit. You got to try different products. So I'm really looking forward to, a little bit of variety. So now, since that closes the loop, you see my last video about my Air France redemption. It was a quick one that I shot in my car, but it pretty much got right to the point immediately. Now with the Air France redemption, Once again, I took advantage of yet another transfer bonus, 25% transfer bonus to Air France Flying Blue. So that redemption was also 140,000 points plus $454.20 out of pocket. But with that transfer bonus, I only had to pay 112,000 points plus said cash out of pocket, which gave me a cent per point value of 5.92 cents per point. A little bit lower than my last redemption, but still very respectable because, once again, it worked out the way I wanted it to work out. And on that trip, I'll be flying from Atlanta with a stopover in Charles de Gaulle Airport, with our final destination being Milan, Italy. Now, the cash price of the tickets going to Italy is going to be $7,059, and that is according to Google Flights as well. So, if you add up all the numbers comprehensively, that is $16,770 worth of airplane tickets. Now, I don't know about you, but I simply don't have that for a plane ticket. I mean, I swear I will wait for the next bus from New York to Rome if I have to. But frankly, I just don't have it to give. I would be considered as what you call one of the poors. Now, mind you, I don't want to sit with the poors on a plane. I would like to sit with the riches, so I will sit with them. But in actuality, paying cash for these tickets is simply a no. So we have over $16,000 in tickets that we have done, and we are able to set up a round trip Europe vacation for $380.06 a person out of pocket, which I don't think is a bad bit of business. I think we did quite well there. After all, a 95.5% savings is really nothing to scoff at. So now, as an added bonus, and just because I like to do this kind of stuff comprehensively, like, once again, all mixed in, I spent a total of 228,667 points. This is a mix of Amex MR points and Chase UR points. I paid $760.12 out of pocket for all of these tickets. And when we use our formula to take said taxes and, fees away from the cash price of the tickets divided by our points, we get an average point value of 7 cents per point when you look at the trip as a whole. That is not bad. That is actually fantastic. People rubber stamp average prices and average values on the points that, we get, these transferable points that we get from credit cards. I have my own value in mind when I see certain points. You may have your own value, but through diligence and looking through all these airport sites and airline deals, I was able to get 7 cents a point, which is absolutely fantastic. That has returned a ton of value for me, and it's going to give us an experience that we'll never forget. And then on top of that, we're going to be crossing the ocean, lay flat beds, going to and from. We can sample different products so we have something to compare it against. Last trip I did to Paris, we did Delta One to and fro, so we don't really have anything to compare it against until now. We're going to be doing Air France business class going to Italy, and we are going to be flying the German Lufthansa business class coming back. So this all falls in conjunction with the videos that I've done. But if you are astute, if you are a sharp cookie, you'll understand that in the Mediterranean, Star Alliance airliners, there are a lot of them, and they have great hubs like Athens and Cairo. But actually in Rome at FCO, I don't even know how to pronounce the word. I think it's like Fiumicino. Basically, Leonardo da Vinci Airport, that is the home of ITA, Italian Airways, which is actually a SkyTeam partner. So what I'm actually doing is taking Star Alliance metal from a SkyTeam haven into Frankfurt, which is a Star Alliance haven, and then flying into a local legacy carrier hub, which is Detroit, which is one of Delta's hubs. So that was definitely a diamond in the rough find. Just want to let you know, when you mix up these international hubs, sometimes things can get, it can kind of upset the matrix a little bit, but I was able to actually come out great on the other side. But that's it. There's no need for me to keep rambling on. I do not want to hold you. I am just very excited about this redemption. Wanted to share it with you guys. Wanted to answer the community post just in case you missed the live broadcast with me and Anthony Venture. I'll go ahead and link that as well. But at this point, this is the part of the video where I hold my hands up like this, and then you'll see two things up here, and they'll, say whatever they got to say before I say, that is all for now, and I'll catch you later.